بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على مولانا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه. Inshallah, we will start our workshop on how to wash a dead body, preparing for the burial, and how to shroud it also. So today it is a lesson to learn about the Ghusl for the Mayyit and takfeen al-Mayyit. Most of the time in the States, you get people coming from the corner office, the morgue, hospitals, more than coming straight from home. When they come from the hospital, most of the time you will figure out that most of the time they don't have their clothes on. You know, they will have only like a cover sheet or something like that on them. But sometimes they do have like, you know, because a lot of time they go through autopsy, you know, so they remove the clothes and stuff like that. But a lot of time also you will find that they have clothes. So the first thing you do, you have to remove their clothes, and I'm gonna use one of those different so you can take a sheet out of it and leave the other one for you so you can relax. So this is I'm gonna use just to show that the dead body has awra and it has to be covered all the time. So for the Muslim, the awra of the man is between the knee and the belly button. So this has to be covered all the time like this. So this is the first thing you do. If you have to take, the clothes, you do that. A lot of time, because he will be in refrigerator or something like that, so the members will be tough. So you start with trying to move the hands a little bit, so when you start washing it will help you. So this right hand and left hand, sometimes also the foot, you can start moving them a little bit. After you take the clothes, if possible, you want, some families, they probably ask you for like the clothes, but some of them, they don't care. So most of the time you just get a scissor and cut from the side, cut from this side here, same side here, and pull the clothes out. After that, after you move the clothes, gently you want to push on the belly button, gently, on the stomach a little bit, and that will help to push any leftover food or something like that out if it was ready to come out. And then with a nice cloth that you can wrap around your hand and left hand, you're gonna have to put some soap and some water and go and wash underneath, go to the private part without breaking the rule of like the awra. Okay, so water and soap and clean, really good. The same thing on the front and the back, really good. And then make sure that you get all the debris out with a lot of water as much as you can, until you are sure that there is no more in that. If that cloth rag is already still, you can change and put another one. Make sure you don't leave that part until you're sure it's clean, because this is like preparing somebody for the prayer. And if you don't want yourself to go to the prayer with anything on you, so you do the same thing for this person, because they entrust you on his body to make sure that he's ready for the prayer. So you do exactly things that you need to do for yourself, with honesty, without like cutting short, stuff like that. So this is the first thing you do. Basically, what you're gonna be doing is exactly preparing this man for the prayer, as if you are doing it for yourself when you go to the bathroom, go to the shower. I'm sorry. So when you go to the shower and you have you want to do the preparation for prayer of Friday, you have to take ghusl. So the ghusl, how do you do it for a live person? You go and after you clean all the impurities with soap and stuff like that, then you make the small wudu, then you make the big wudu, and then that's it. I mean, you spray enough water on all the on your body. That means you have completed those. This is the same thing for the dead person. Just remember about it like this. So inshallah, what you do is, like I said, after you do the istinja for him, cleaning, then you start making a shower for his whole body, clean it with some soap. The sunnah is to have a sidr. Sidr is the replacement, is the original material that you can clean all the impurities out of the body. But if you don't have that, and we don't have it available in our time, we use like just body wash or shampoo or something like that. You start with the head, you put shampoo all the body, and with a cloth or something like that, wash really good with everywhere. If it's coming from a hospital, you're gonna find some tape or something like that, so you have to remove the tape, clean the place really good. If there is blood coming out of one of the place, you clean all the blood or something like that. If there is still going to be blood coming out or something like that, in this case you can put like a little bit of cotton and put it to close that place for the blood. If it takes for you to put a tape over it, a clean one, to stop it, you can do that. So in situation, it depends, I don't want to make it so complicated, but it depends on the situation. Sometimes you have to do stuff like that. Also, when I mentioned about cleaning the private part, sometimes somebody will have, you have to, after you clean really good, it's still gonna keep bringing, things out, and it will not stop. So in this case, you can take also a little bit of cotton or a cloth, a clean cloth, and then you can put it in, opening, and then to stop, the thing. Because if you leave it like that and you go ahead to the next step, which is the shroud, then it will mess up the shroud and you have to redo everything. So we're here in the process of washing, just taking regular bath for him. So when we do that, when a person is dead, the weight is like almost double or more, something like that. There's small techniques to do that. So we all time start with the head, wash with the soap, the face. I start with the right hand, right side, all of it until the foot here. Some people can finish it. I leave the foot all time at the end, exactly like I do for my own ghusl of janaba. So when I finish on this side here, all the way to that side, then I put his hand like this. Somebody will be helping me on that side, and I put this. This is a small technique that a lot of people does it, and it helps because once you cross those legs like this, it will be much easier to turn him to the side like that. Just barely like this. Then you can bring the soap again on this side here, on the back, all the way again. Again, the rule is the same. The aura has to be all time. You cannot yourself look or let anybody around you to see anything. You wash all this side, then you bring him back again, and you go ahead and do the other side, the left side. Wash everything. Make sure you wash under the arms, the legs, everywhere until here. Then you flip the other side like we did for the first one. And with the water, with the help of another person, the water and soap, you wash the back really good again. Make sure the neck all the way to the end. So this is like the first part that you do yourself when you go to the shower. Okay? So that's, like I said, it is usually done by the use of this sidr. But since we don't have this sidr, we have something much easier, because the sidr, you're gonna use it with the water, and even if you wash it, you're still gonna have some small particle of it all over. It kind of like, maybe it looks to someone is not well done or something, but with the soap it's making it easy. You can do the soap. So after you do that, you start making the small wudu. The small wudu, exactly like you do it yourself, you do it for him. So you start somebody putting water on for you, and you wash. If you can put both hands together and wash them together, that's fine. If not, then you can do one hand at a time. 1, 2, 3. You put it down. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. You see what I mean? And a little bit of water. You don't have to push it inside the mouth, but just like this, and go on the top. You see what I mean? 1, 2, 3. Same thing for the nose in the hand. 1 and 2 and 3. And a little bit with your hand, and go with the face. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So you go ahead again with the right hand. Water all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? We'll go to the next one here. Same thing on this side here. And you can put some water as you're doing your normal wudu. You go all the way to the back, the head, the back again to the front, the ears. And as I mentioned earlier, some people, when they do the ghusl, they go do the feet first. Some people, they leave them at the end. So if you want, you can go ahead and do the feet also 3 times. Then you go ahead and wash the right side also. That's for ghusl al-janaba, and you do that also for yourself when you want to do that. So you put enough water on the hair, the face, all the way up to the end here. Flip on one side, put the water again. The same thing, flip into this left side and do the front here and then the back, and wash the feet again. That is officially Ghusl al-Mayyit. You can add another extra step, which again we don't have it. It's like kafur, camphor. That's some kind of product that can leave a very strong scent, and it's protect the body from giving some smell or something like that. So you can dilute some of it in a bucket of water, okay, and go and wash the whole body again with it. The same procedure again, everywhere. Make sure that it will touch all the body, okay. And after that, then every time you finish a step, make sure you have like the aura is covered. When you finish this one here, at this moment, he is officially like finished the process of ghusl for the mayyit. What you can add, with some towels, you have to dry all the body. Maybe with the help with another person or something. Dry all the body. Dry also the table where you are doing this process. Okay, and then you can go ahead with the preparation for the kafan. Okay, how are you going to put the kafan? Okay, before you move into the kafan, you can, because like I say, we have not used the kafur, and the replacement for that, we use some perfume. So people go with everything that is used for sujood. So all the places for the sujood, the feet, the knees, the hands, and the front head. So other people goes with the articulation. Every articulation you can put in it, which is almost the same thing. So this is basically what you have to do. When it comes to the kafan, also it has a technique in it, how to prepare the kafan. I'm going to leave this one here, and let's go ahead and. So the kafan for the male, is 3 equal sheets, large sheets like those, and 5 sides. Sides like those, 1, 2, 3. And like I said, because this coffin comes from a different place, I think it's imported from Pakistan if I'm not mistaken. So this guy that sent this coffin here sends you a small thing that you can put in your hand here and tighten so you can clean like the private part. But this is only for that purpose. And I believe another one like that for that also. Yep, this is only for that purpose. Let me see what is this here. And this is in the Sunnah there is not a small sheets like this. I don't know what they use it for. In the Sunnah only 3 equal pieces like those. Exactly like 1, 2, and 3. This is what we have in our hand.
Maybe that's for cleaning.
What?
Cleaning one.
Yeah, but if you have towels, you can use towels that clean much better than those here. And also for covering the aura, that will be the one you can use. So here, assuming this is big enough, but I doubt it is. This is not big enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, this is it says it's for a male, but this is the qamis, and you know, in the Sunnah, you don't use a qamis for the man. You use just an equal sheet, lafat, talat lafat, exactly how the Prophet was. They did their coffin, 3 exact big. So this, for me, this is all extra. So this is only 2. I need 3 more. This I believe this is gonna be the exact size that we need. Just making sure to show. You can help me. So this one here, all from there. So this is also, this one is kind of short. So this is very short.
I think
So
they have lots over there.
all this pattern here is not the exact size that you guys need for. The brother that ordered those, after consulting with us after that, and this is the right size for this. If we can do just one, it should be the same. So this one is the size that you need, because you need to go like a foot after his head and a foot after his feet, okay? I cannot cover his face, I'm going to just work on this side here. So you need to spread this, you know, in the middle like this. Leave 1 foot on here. This is larger than what's needed, but also is not a big size. Usually you find sometimes somebody with big size, it will be just enough 1 foot left.
Yeah.
So you spread the first one right there, you spread the second one on top of it, you spread the third one on the top of it. To do that for you, but can I just go ahead and cover your face? And so once you have the 3 of them covered like this, you can come here on this side. You try to hold like this, like I'm doing. Quick, all the way to the middle. Okay? You can do that before you have the dead. You can do it in a table, in a separate table, okay? Just in the middle. Do the same thing on this. So you're gonna have like three sheets. Yeah, 3 sheets, all of them. All of them wrapped like this. Okay? Here we go. Good. So you pick up this whole thing like that. Since we have the table is dry and the meat is dry too, so you put it on the side here. Okay? Tap it a little bit. Leave enough for this side here, enough on that side right there. Then we're going to flip him on one side, right there, and push underneath his back like this. Okay, once it's tucked in, then you open this side here that we have rough, leave the other one out. Okay? then we bring him back. See, like I said, it will not look to you like it's important, this technique of the legs, but it helps a lot because with the heavy body, you definitely need to bring it back this way, and you go and spray the other side. So here we go. We have the sheet, the 3 sheet, all of them underneath. And then what you start doing is with the right side first all the time. Remember we had like the cover for the aura. I used it because that's what the biggest one. But anyway, assume that we still have it here, okay? So it's okay. That's just use that. So we're assuming that we have not removed it at all. So this is it was all the time here. So we start by covering. First of all, like I said, you put both hands exactly like for the prayer. Right hand over the left hand by the shoulder here, by the top of the chest. Then, as I mentioned earlier, there's something that if you're afraid that like something will come out of the Mayyit while you're doing that, if it's continue doing, so there's what they call kharqa. Is a piece of cloth, something like this, that you put. It's like a diaper.
Yeah.
You put it underneath of it and you flip it in the middle of these legs to this side here. This way, when you start using the kafan, if anything comes outside, it will not touch and it will not show outside. Then if that happens, then you have to go ahead and do the wudu al-asghar for the prayer. You're not gonna do the whole, process of, but you have to do the wudu al-asghar. Okay. Of course, after cleaning and everything, you have to do the wudu al-asghar. And if the kafan is messed up, then you have to go ahead either to change it or to wash it or something. If it's also blood or something like that, you have to wash it before you continue the process. So, some people nowadays, they literally use a diaper if they need to. They have to, they use a diaper, okay? With the right side first, all the way up here, get the legs closed, okay, and tuck it in a little bit on this side here, okay, and then on this side here, before we tighten so hard, we have to pull the cover for the aura. So we come all the way to here and pull the cover. Okay? So this is, of course, when you are trying to do it, there will have to be some help for you, and you tighten it as much as you can. See what I mean? Tighten from this side. Okay. All time, make it look like neat. Of course, when you do this side, you have to cover the hair. The head also on this side. Assuming you have 3 sheets, you do it all the 3 sheets, right side first, then left side, right side, and left, right, and left. Then you take those the sides that we have here. So you need 5 of those. The choice is not too many. One of them has to go on the hand so they can stay all the time like this. One on the shoulder, and one on here by the knees, and then one on each side of the end. You see what I mean? Tighten it so it will be easy for you. I'll give you just example with those here. It's the easy one. You tighten in a way where when he gets to the grave underneath, it's easy for the one there to open it. Okay, because they have to be open and lifted there. So on the top, I know you put already some perfume. You can put also perfume on the top here, as much as you want. And basically this is it.
Right on top, perfect time. I've got one question.
Yes.
We've had very rare situations where the person who's deceased is very large. And we've had brothers say, oh, you can put more ties than more than 5. Is that okay? Or should it just be the 5?
You can put more if you need to.
Okay.
But I think the ruling is to go either with 3, 5, or 7 or something.
Yeah, so you leave the ties on when he's getting buried, right? Like you untie it, like
Yeah,
you leave it.
leave him there.
Okay.
Once he's settled in the grave, yeah.
What makes you have to start over the ghusl? Like what happens? Like what could happen to start over the ghusl?
If he has a cut, where something coming out of, his body, either because of, surgery or some on accident, sometimes it's accident, and then if you do not go ahead and, and put like a tape or cotton, and then after you are doing to the point where you are doing the kafan, some will come outside, and sometimes it gives a lot of smell, very strong smell, and it will, either blood or, more than blood come outside. Then definitely you have to go ahead and either wash if you don't have, or change the whole kafan. Also, sometimes, after you do the istinja, it is still gonna bring some outside from his stomach and the intestines in your stomach. So if you don't pay attention about, like, making sure that you have either did like something to stop that earlier, or put a kharqa before you start doing this, then you can end up by messing up your kafan, and then you have to do the wudu again. After you're washing him really good, and the private part, you have to do wudu for him. So those are something that you have to pay attention.